The point of this video is, I know a lot of people are intimidated by putting graphics onto their bike. Does it work? Does it not? Is it hard? Do I need a lot of patience? Is it easy? Can I slap it on? All those questions I'm going to answer in this video, and I'm going to show you kind of what you need. What's up, guys? ADV Ryan here. I am standing over top right now my plastics for my gold edition AJP PR7, as you can see. I went on to decallab.com and I saw that they had graphics for this bike. I liked one of the iterations of the graphics, but I wanted to kind of make it my own. So I went with the all black tree trunk here and went with the tall pine tree line with a golden faded sunrise up into the topo sky. I think this is going to be really cool. I even got some graphics here with my little logo or mantra, I guess you should say. Enjoy the ride, and ADV Ryan for the windshield graphics. Yeah, so the first thing that you need, and I'm going to step over here a little bit. As you can see, you have like a scraper, right? So you want to make sure this is a soft edge. I may or may not be able to use this one, but you want a soft tapered edge on this. You can use a card. Just be careful because cards do have those real sharp edges. Rapid tack. There's actually a scraper or a little leveler that comes with this in the package on Amazon, which is where I got this one. I can't find it from my Touareg. But I will put a link to this rapid tack spray. This is basically a wet application fluid. It helps keep the bubbles out, makes things smooth. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of dive into this, show you the process of it and what you'll need. Obviously the tack spray, something to level out the graphics to get the bubble out, and also my wife's trusty hair dryer. You can use a heat gun. I do the hair dryer because it's a little less harsh. Don't want to warp or melt any plastic there, but yeah, so got all the graphics laid out here, and let's jump right into it. All right, guys, so we're here with the front fender, and you typically want to start with a part of the bike that's kind of small. I'm starting with the front fender. I've done this before, pretty comfortable with it. So I'm going to slap this front graphic on here first, and I'll show you how that goes. So we're going to start with our hair dryer here. We're going to turn it to about medium heat. Always give it a good feel just to make sure, see how hot it actually is. So what I'm doing is, the reason that I'm applying this heat is so I can make the graphic glue that's underneath holding that decal down softer. Right now it's in a hard state. So you want to heat it up, it becomes softer, and ideally you're able to peel the decal straight off, no problem. Alright guys, so now I've got the vinyl decal off. The fender is clean. Now we're going to clean this up really good. We're going to do some alcohol cleanse on this, and just to make sure that we've got off any residue that might have been left over from the graphic. We want our next set of graphics to go on a completely clean surface, so very important right now. This is probably the most important step to this entire process. The better you prep the surface, the better your graphics are going to adhere and the longer it will last. So I'm going to clean this up and I'll get back to you when we're slapping on the new decal. All right, so got my tack spray ready to rock. Spray the surface. Take my decal here, and we are going to apply the tip of this first. So I'm going to peel back that. Shoot her a little bit more. Shoot it a little bit more. Keep that surface wet with that tack spray, and your decal will be able to move for you a whole lot easier. Just making sure that I look centered here. So right now, I'm not even using a card. I'm going brave with it. I'm working up straight up that spine and just kind of working my way out. Doesn't hit right, get a little tack spray in there, kind of re-wet the surface. It makes it kind of work with it a little bit, and you can kind of move and mold the way you need to. So as you can see, we've got some bubbles up in here, areas where the graphic is raised up a little bit. Obviously you can see that, I hope. So we're going to take care of that with a heat gun. All right, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a spray. Take my heat gun, get about medium heat, set it right here so it's kind of working for me while I'm working the graphic. All these little spots. Some of that out of there. All these little spots that have humps in them, and work them out. Okay, so the fender decal is on, right? It's permanent, right? Oh no, we've got some bubbles right here. But this is how you're gonna do this, okay? Set the fender back down, and you're gonna heat that decal back up, okay? You're just gonna heat it up enough to where we can work that edge up again and work those bubbles back out. A little bit. Make sure we don't lose any of that glue. Okay, that should be enough. Hit it with a little tack spray. Pull it back up a little bit, ever so slightly. Be careful with it. Okay. Work that out. And there you go. All right. So we've got our first part of the AJP PR7 Gold Edition Custom ADV Ryan iteration on there. All right, guys, so I just wanted to show you basically, you know, the steps of how to put on. Obviously a smaller area is easier. These big side panels are going to be the ones where that card and that scraper or whatever come into play. Not being afraid to pull the decal back up, hit some tack spray or apply some heat, and making sure that it goes on properly. You know, any quality decal is going to be able to pull back up, no issue, and then you be able to adjust and make adjustments to it, and it not still affect the life of the decal. As long as you're not yanking on it, pulling it, make sure you heat the decal up if you need to make corrections. All right, awesome. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on some other parts of the bike, and I'll update you as I go. I'm back with the big decal. So I've heated it up, you know, I've kept the blow dryer kind of right here, keeping it on that decal to peel it back. And once I've got it peeled back, should be able to kind of shock the decal in a sense to get it off. It's just kind of quick, constant pressure. Keeps some of that glue from sticking. Now, obviously, you can heat this up more along, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of heat it up as I go. Make it a little bit more easy to get off. All right, guys, so I have taken off the big decal on the side of the bike. Typically where I'm going to start when I look at this, okay, I know this up here is going to be something that I can take a heat gun to up top and all around this side, right? So everything outside of that I'm going to be able to work with pretty easily, or I want to start working with. So looking at this, there's a ridge line here, it dips in, and then there's another ridge line here. So I know that my most highest surface right here is going to be, you know, right in this area. So I want to get everything flat from this ridge line down all the way first. So I'm going to lay this portion of the graphic first. Then along that ridge line, I'm going to creep over and start laying the graphic down on this side. Then I'm going to get down to this ridge line and it comes back level again. I'm just going to make sure that I'm lined up everywhere. Obviously the holes will help me. And then I'm going to start pushing my way that way. Holes are lined up, and they were crooked when I first tried it. So there you have it, folks. There is your wrapped decal. That's gonna do it for this one, and I'm going to clean this thing up and throw it on the bike. Get off to the next one. What's up, guys? So we're back down here in the garage. I have installed the front graphics onto the bike, but we're gonna go ahead and start pulling off this. I'll give you a little preview of that side graphic there if you can see it. Went on very nicely, very smoothly, secure, crisp. These things take about 2 days to cure, the glue on the graphic typically. So you don't want to slap them on, go take it straight out into the trail or out into the sunlight, from what I understand. You may correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what I read on the directions with my Dab Rabbit graphics. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna heat this graphic up and peel it off, and we're gonna go ahead and slap this one on and this one on. I've already sprayed and cleaned here with Windex, and got a real clean surface. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and knock these out and start to finish our graphic for the motorcycle today. Cool. All right, well, I'm gonna pull it over here so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. That's what it's looking like so far. I'm liking it a lot. Really happy with this graphic set so far. And I'm gonna go ahead and start putting on more. Now you can use less tack spray, especially on smaller areas. I soaked this thing. This is entirely too much. I do it because I'm a perfectionist and I like to re-pull the graphic sometimes. But you can actually spray in one area and then kind of wipe it with your hands to spread it around. But I like to take my time with it and think on it, pull it back up. So I let it have it, man. And just like that, the application process is complete. It's very doable. Take your time. Definitely requires some patience. If you have any questions, reach out in the comment section. I'd love to help you out. My email is also on my homepage, so please reach out. I love to help any way that I can. I've included some pictures of a recent pediatric cancer fundraiser that I attended as Boba Fett to raise awareness for pediatric cancer. I've also got a Hunt for Hope ride coming up. If you're in the area, Middle Tennessee, I'd love to see you out there to come and support a great cause. Thanks again for your support, for watching, for engaging, and as always, enjoy the ride.